Look at these other podcasts out here with a point. Doing interviews, trying to educate you, or change the world. No, we don't do that here. Here, we look around, see things, go places, do things, and round up the best so you can forget the rest. Here, we rank 'em up.
Hello and welcome back to Rank 'em Up. Yes, we are here ranking things. We are four friends sitting here talking about different things, and today we are talking about something that's near and dear to my heart, and probably not to one of our people that are sitting here tonight, but it'll be fun for the rest of us. This topic we are talking about is the top 90s songs, our 5 favorite 90s songs of all time. Yes, we are going to take it way back, and it feels bad to say that 90s is way back, doesn't it?
I know, isn't that 20 years now?
Yeah. Lilo, how you doing tonight?
You know what, Craig? I am doing fantastic.
Good.
How are you doing, buddy?
I'm great. Don, are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm doing swell. Yes, I have songs, in the '90s. There you go.
All right, that's good because that's what the topic is.
Yep.
And Kevberto, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
You are our most fan-appreciated host. How are you doing tonight? You good?
Oh, wow, thank you,
Yeah,
everybody.
you've got
I love you all.
You have fan mail.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm
you
surprised.
fan mail.
I'm surprised, actually.
Well, that's great.
That's awesome, man. Way to be, Kevberto.
And speaking of fans, there's this show is a user-suggested topic. So we have to say thank you to @Beamer916, @BMER916. Give him a follow. Beamer's a good guy. I've followed him for a long time. And he sent in this topic suggestion for 90s songs. And we appreciate that very much. If you want to do that, you want to see us rank stuff, or hear us rank stuff, I guess that would be. Don, how can they do that?
There's a couple social media avenues we have. Facebook, go to facebook.com/rankemup, and you can find our group page there and leave a comment and like it also, or go to Twitter and @rankemup. What? All right, Kibberto, you put me on top. See, there's a problem with me broadcasting is whenever somebody does something weird, they start doing something weird, and like somebody moons us. Or somebody moons you in the window. That's happened before.
Where's your professionalism, man?
Kibberto, leave me alone. So go to Twitter @rankemup, and that's where a lot of people go and let us know that I am usually right about everything. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Nice.
So, thank you for that, fans. There you go.
Yeah, we want to see your list. We appreciate it when you send those in and criticize ours and tell me when mine is the best. We love that. Thank you for doing that. And debuting this week, we have something new and special with these 90s songs lists. Should I break it to him now or should I do it later? What do you think?
Do it now.
Do it
now.
All right.
Rip off the Band-Aid, bro.
Let's do it. This week, we are debuting our YouTube channel. And that's right, youtube.com/rankemup. Just like the show name, just like everything else, rank 'em up.
Because branding is important.
It is. We want to be consistent.
Right. We don't want to have like YouTube/rankemup sometimes.
Yeah. Rank 'em up, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why even if it's a little social media website, I don't know if it's Periscope, Vine, is that even still around? As soon as I hear about a new social media website, I immediately go to it and try to get Don Pablo because that's my name. And the guy on Twitter that's Don Pablo is an Englishman, and he lives in Doha, wherever that is. I realize it's in a Middle Eastern country. He has no relation to anything named Don Pablo, and I follow him on Twitter. Just give me the name, man. So there you go.
Ooh, that's a battle royale.
I realize the importance of getting your name on these social media sites. And by the way, everybody, thank you for not stealing it on YouTube.
Well, if he's listening to the show, maybe he'll have some compassion.
I'll
for
tweet
you.
it at him.
But what we're going to do this week on our
Totally
YouTube channel,
should.
our brand new YouTube channel, is we're going to put the playlists of our top 5 90s songs. So after you're listening to the show, go over to youtube.com/rankemup, and you can play your favorite playlist of mine, maybe of Don's, or maybe of Kibberto's. Lilo's is probably going to be pretty good.
You should definitely play mine. You should add mine to your favorites on YouTube. I'm just going to say that right now.
Mine is more situational, I would say. Very small situations, maybe one. So there you go.
All right. Well, let's get this thing started. Why don't we rank them up?
Situation.
Who was the last person to have a beer here?
Ooh, I had one last night.
Did you? You did?
did have one last night. Yes.
You got to talk into the mic there.
I had one last night. What alcohol content was yours?
Or about what time?
Let's see. Mine was right around 8:45.
8. All right, there you go.
And then I think the content was a 6.
Here's the tiebreaker. Here's what we're going to do.
All right.
What kind of beer did you have?
I had a Blue Moon.
Don?
I had a Fat Tire 1550. Excuse me, New Belgium 1554.
Oh.
I like that one better. Don,
Yeah.
you're going first.
You're going first. I'll concede that one. I love 1554.
Thank you.
All right.
Good one.
1554 is
So-
the most underrated beer
Yes,
that
it is.
everybody loves and nobody talks about.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It is.
It's an enlightened black ale. Thank you.
So, Don, let's start with your 90s songs and let's rank them up.
All right, number 5. Honorable mentions. Boys to Men. You Make Love to Me. Whatever. It's okay. It's a great song, right? It's a wonderful song.
The first one.
You
right
find
out of the box.
That is an honorable mention. That's an honorable mention. Did not make my top 5. Okay, but you know what? What girl didn't like that song? Find a girl that doesn't like that song, and I don't know. Maybe she's in jail for hating. Anyway.
What?
Never mind. What? Okay, I don't know. This is awkward now. So my number 5 song. First of all,
Welcome to Rank 'em Up, where it's
some
awkward.
of the criteria for my top 5 is you have to have music. It has to be music. You have to be singing. Most of them have low brass sections. I know that it's very situational, like I said. All right, so number 5, very very great song is 3 of the top 4, biggest talents name wise, and that's Outkast, and that's Liberation. CeeLo Green, Erykah Badu, and of course Andre 3000 and Big Boy were in it. So and it's just a great song, man, and it's like 8 minutes long, and it's a great tempo. Thank you. So for
Okay.
there you go.
Okay.
I was
So
thinking
there
of
you go.
Bombs Over Baghdad. I think I had that's the wrong song.
For the record, no, that tempo is way too fast. I'm like, no, and I don't really like that song. No, don't judge me, but whatever, man. It's not like there's no singing. It's just yelling into the microphone, and I can't. Like Screamo, like when people tell me Screamo's good, I'm like, how can you enjoy yourself when somebody's screaming at you?
Screamo's terrible.
I can't do it.
Don't give in, Don.
And
Screamo's
there's emo
terrible.
in it. But anyway, Outkast, Liberation, CeeLo Green, man. CeeLo Green, by the way, he has done so many things in his career. It's amazing, right? Like Gnarls Barkley, Goody Mob, and of course, his
He was
Singular.
on The Voice.
Yeah, he was on The Voice. Then
He did
I
have a
can't-
spinny chair.
yeah.
He did, yeah.
His feet didn't even touch the ground.
No, they didn't.
Although he is part of the club of the guys that have weird hands because he has the stubbiest fingers that you've ever seen.
Right.
And I don't know.
There's a club for that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I notice these things like.
There's-
Well, if I tell you, you're never going to unsee the people that I tell you.
Yeah, that's true. We should
Number
have a
one-
top 5 weird hands list.
Yeah,
Well-
definitely.
All right. Well, I can't spoil it then. Patricia Arquette. Patricia Arquette. You can't unsee it. You cannot unsee it. Go back to what the movie that she was really hot in like the early '90s, like her first movie on the scene, and you can't unsee it in that one either. Sorry.
I have no idea what show we're doing right now.
90 songs.
There we go.
People with stubby fingers.
All right. Gilberto, your number 5 and any honorable mentions for 90s songs.
Well, as I know I'm not the only one that had a lot more than 5 songs for this, but I decided, my choices are definite, so otherwise I wouldn't stop, and my honorable mentions would be for like 10 minutes.
So you went real black and white. Huh?
I did. I am a music major, and music is the reason why I ended up in radio, actually. But I did not use any of that judgment to come to these conclusions.
So you're not using your major either, is what you're saying.
Wait a minute.
I'm not using
You're
it
the
either.
guy.
Hey, right on.
You're the guy that has to like deny people from getting on the air. Like they send you music all the time, so you critique a lot of musical acts.
I do, but
Okay.
but see, and I do a lot of live sound, so I hear a lot of live bands all the time. But you guys are getting the Kevberto, the inner Kevberto.
Woo!
Nice.
Oh, wow.
This is why Kev Berto's the fan favorite, because he opens up.
Thank you, everybody, for being my therapy.
You know,
So-
man, I would if my ex fiance went on national TV, I would use that too, no matter what. So anyway, whatever.
Hey, you know what?
That would be
that same material.
That wouldn't be like first date. That'd be like fourth date.
By the
after
way, she got engaged again. I just want to let you guys know.
Oh, man.
That is the greatest news ever because now
That
the
is
crazy
the-
is off you.
Yeah,
That's
she's
right. Right.
Because that guy.
There you go.
Oh,
Bye.
yeah,
That's
man.
a high five. High five.
You're one
Sorry.
step removed from it.
Yeah, man.
That is awesome.
All
And
right.
and if you have a current significant other, there's no pressure on her now because there's no, violent acts that can
That's
probably
right.
be happening.
Internet high fived. Keberto.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. I'd like to dedicate this to. Okay, no.
Send
Okay.
all your high five gifts to at Keberto.
You guys don't understand, man. You guys don't understand.
One day we'll let you know.
That's
Anyway,
it. No, we
so
won't.
speaking of these emotional situations, so after her death, the people obviously started listening to her music. Although this is a heartbreak song, people would actually get down to this song, which is the reason why I chose it. Whether people would listen to it in their cars, cooking, or at any party, whether it be at a wedding, listening to a heartbreak song and getting down to it,
I'm
they would
confused.
get down, like they would dance to it.
Like,
Thanks.
okay.
Like, a lot
Thank
of-
you for the clarification
Excuse
because I'm
me.
like getting down to
Like,
a
not-
heartbreak song.
Go with
Yes.
Boogie.
Like James Brown
No.
or something?
Getting down.
jiggy
Sorry,
with it.
Funky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my culture. Yeah. So
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. How much time, Hazel?
was like
How much
5
time is
minutes
that?
in.
Yeah. So
5 minutes in.
So this song I'm talking about specifically is called "Como la Flor" by Selena. It's like the flower. That's the direct translation. It's a heartbreak song, but it's got a very excellent rhythm to dance to.
And if you watch the movie Selena, it's the one where they hold the candles up in the musical montage.
I love that song.
So
After the best scene ever, when Edward James almost says, "We can't be Mexican enough for the Mexican people. We can't be American enough for the American people. What are we? We're stuck in the middle." Thank you.
That song is one of the great earworm songs. It gets stuck in my head
Oh,
all
man.
the time, and
yeah.
I'll be singing it for days.
I think this
Yes,
is the
you
first
will.
tears that will be shed on Rank 'em Up, Gilberto, because you brought up this song and Selena's death at a far too young age.
Selena.
Anything for Salinas.
All right, my number 5. Are you done there, Berto?
I am
All right,
finished.
my
Thank
number
you.
5. Before I get to my number 5, let me tell you about my list. Growing up in the age I am, the age Lilo is, we spent our entire teenage years in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
our entire formative collection of music is basically from the 90s. So for me, coagulating a list down to 5 was beyond ridiculous. It's so hard.
Yeah, it was basically a monumental task. If this were like a top 100 list, oh, yeah, we would be.
Yeah, I could
that would
fill
be
out
more
100.
accurate. Oh, absolutely.
Totally. So to get this down to 5 was very difficult. I wrote down just off of the top of my head. You can see
Oh,
this list.
wow.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
have
Whoa.
at least 30 songs, and I would like to mention some as honorable mentions, just because I would feel short-sighted. And I know as soon as we turn the mics off for the show, I'm gonna regret the order that I put these in because I'm gonna be like, dang it, I knew I should have put this one song. So let me go through some of these honorable mentions quickly, maybe a story or two. I really, I remember one song from dancing for my freshman year at our homecoming dance, the first dance we had in homecoming. OMC How Bizarre. Love that song.
Nice.
It's still a good song to dance to. Ace of Base, Don't Turn Around.
I love that song.
Yeah,
You know
it's a
what?
good song.
I can't hate on you for that. That's
a good
that is
song.
a good song.
It is.
It's crazy Swedes.
I know they had something good going there.
They did. They really did.
I also the eclecticness of the music I listen to is quite varied. I listened to a lot of Korn in high school.
Oh, I remember that.
So
I've
Blind,
I've heard the name.
Korn, Blind, and the song Clown. It was so good.
Yes.
Bone Thugs, Crossroads. How can you not put that on your list? Montel Jordan's Is How We Do It.
Yes. Yes.
We were just singing in the hallway.
Yeah, R.
Ignition
Kelly.
from R. Kelly.
Yeah.
That song is in my head right now. We were singing it right before
I
we
know.
turned these mics on.
Now it's in my head.
Yeah, totally. Ricky Martin, La Copa de la Vida made my honorable mentions list because the World Cup was awesome that year, and that
Yeah.
song
the
just
World
got
Cup song?
1998.
stuck in my head. There's also this song, and hopefully, let me check. I didn't put it on my list because I can't remember. Elvis Crespo, Suavemente.
Oh, okay.
Anytime I hear that, gotta get down and dance to it.
See, it's a term music lovers use.
You have to dance to that song. If I hear it, I grab my wife from wherever she's at, and we go dance.
Nice.
That song is amazing.
Okay.
The Paperboy Ditty. That song, guys probably don't know that one. Go search
idea.
Paperboy Ditty. It's a good song, and it was a good song to see walk to back in the day.
Is it played?
To practice doing that. All right, that's enough of those. I could go on and on.
Oh, the images of Craig sea walking.
Yeah, back in the day.
That's something special.
I have one last honorable mention, and it involves Lilo sitting here. And you knew this song was going to come up, and that is from the classic album Zoo Rave 2.
Yes.
That is DJ JD singing The Genie.
Yes, that song. I don't know what it was about that song, but it was so poignant and so perfect for like basically the decade of the 90s. Because, okay, I'm not even going to spoil it. Just go on YouTube, look up that song, and it's going to blow your mind.
I feel like I've met Lilo the summer before we started high school, and I feel like we bonded over music.
Oh, we totally
we bonded over the song, and we decided we were going to start our own band and start our own techno group. And it was I think it was because of the song, this song like this.
It was.
The Genie from DJ JD. Go look at Zoo Rave 2. That album was good, and that was the best song on there. And just consider the context of the era that it came from when you hear the music.
Yes.
All right, that's enough. My number 5 song
Memories.
is from 1997. This song, it makes me dance every time I hear it. The accordion on this song is probably the best accordion work I've ever heard in my entire life, and I love it to this day. It comes off the album El Hombre Más Famoso de la Tierra. That is Fulanito singing El Cepillo.
Okay.
I love that song. It makes you get down. It's like a mix of merengue and hip hop, and
And there's an accordion in there?
the dude gets down on the accordion.
Wow. Okay.
Just gets down, and it's amazing. Do yourself a favor. After the show, go to youtube.com/rankemup and check out my playlist. Fulanito will be the first one, my number 5, with El Cepillo.
All right.
Very good.
Thank
I like
you.
it.
I'm gonna do that.
I totally will too. All right. Yes, so like Craig said, he and I spent a lot of our formative years together in high school and then in college, and even technically before high school, the summer before in algebra class, because I may be Asian, but I am terrible at math.
Oh,
We needed
I'm gonna put that out there right now.
a little head start on the high school.
High school math was just not in my wheelhouse at the time, so we had to kind of build that up.
We both were in that class, suffering together.
Yes, it was greatness.
Yes.
I met a Jewish mechanic recently. What? That's the stereotype you don't often see.
Like Lilo's not good at math.
Like I'm not good at math. There's
I'm
a
just
Jewish
saying,
mechanic.
whatever. I'm just
That's
Okay.
okay. All right.
just crying.
We have hit that point in the show. We're only on number 5. I haven't even done my number 5 yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to throw down a handful of honorable mentions too, because like Craig, I could go on and on with 90s songs. I think in the last episode I mentioned like the Trivial Pursuit 90s edition and how I rocked that. Yeah. 90s music is a big one. So
It's still that's on our playlist, current playlists.
yeah, absolutely. So
I think that's what I call music. Started in 1990 something, right?
it did. It started in 1990. I want to say like 97, 98.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Couple by the Cranberries, Zombie and Linger.
Oh.
Those were awesome.
Linger is so good.
Linger
And-
is so good.
yeah.
And like so they've recently gotten back together and kind of toured around and she still sounds amazing. Like she
Dolores
did-
O'Riordan. or was that
Yes.
her name?
I was going to say her name, but I was going to butcher it, so I didn't. So thank you, Craig.
Yes, she was great.
Killing Me Softly by the Fugees.
Yeah.
That
One-
song spoke to my soul.
One time.
One time, because my name starts with an L. This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan. I knew that entire song
Oh, yes.
forwards and backwards. Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio, 1995.
What was that? Dangerous Minds.
Yeah, man.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
As I walk through the valley
Yeah.
of the shadow of death. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That was like Coolio's prime.
It made people go look that up in the Bible, too.
It really did.
It did.
When Worlds Collide, Power Man 5000, that was one of the last songs that was pure metal of the 90s before it started going into what's called nu metal, NU metal, where it was the rap metal hybrid.
It was metal with a bass beat.
Yeah. You had it was a band of maybe 7 or 8 people, and one of those was a DJ, and the other 2 were like drummers.
Yeah.
Power Man 5000, they were a great heavy metal band. If you ever just want to headbang to something, that's it. Here's one of my guilty pleasure songs, "Wannabe" by Spice Girls.
Spice Girls.
Because okay, so here's a little bit more history about Craig and I. Our high school was an all boys high school. So growing up as a post-pubescent teenager, it's a girl band. Or a group?
Exactly.
It's a girl group.
Yes.
And they all have accents. Come on. Of course I'm going to listen to their music. I don't care if it's
Just
good.
like the bassist from White Zombie.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah, White Zombie.
And then my last honorable mention is Sex and Candy from Marcy's Playground. And I'm only going to mention this one because in high school there was our buddy Noah. I'm calling you out, Noah.
Oh, girl.
We were sitting in the hallway, and someone from our class was totally butchering the lyrics of this song. And Noah just flat out calls him on it in the hallway, and he's like, no, you're an idiot. These are the lyrics.
Oh, wow.
And so now that song has been stuck in my head ever since. I'm like, that song is so great.
I'm going to have to ask him about that.
You
I never
should.
knew that.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was like the best 3-minute shutdown of my kid ever.
Very un-Noah-like, too. which
Oh
is
man,
awesome.
he got livid
Wow.
at this kid for biffing the lyrics for Sex and Candy. Okay, my actual number 5. Now that I've run through that list and a handful of harebrained stories, "Jump Around" by House of Pain,
Oh, so good.
released in 1992. That was the anthem to basically every high school dance in the 90s, and
Yes.
every wedding thereafter.
Yes.
If you didn't go to a party that didn't play Jump Around, that party was lame. That's another one of those songs that I know the lyrics to and I can just quote randomly. And I think I've sent Craig a couple texts of just, random bits of lyric. Like,
Well, I think
I
the
came to
best
get
lyric.
down.
I think the best lyric in there is "I got more rhymes than the Bible's got psalms."
yes,
Love
that
lyric.
lyric is priceless.
Yes.
Just like the prodigal son, I'll return.
Yes.
Anyone step into me, you get burned. So yes, Jump Around, House of Pain, 1992. Thank you.
Very good.
Yes.
All right. So number 4, and I had no idea what you guys. I knew Caberto's song, but for the most part, I had no idea
See,
what
this
you guys
is
were
right.
talking
This
about.
is right in our
I
wheelhouse.
have no
This
idea what you
totally
guys are
is.
talking about.
Yeah.
Beamer couldn't have picked a better topic.
I've
for
heard
lead
Jump
on.
Around, but
Yes.
I feel like I
Thank
heard
you,
it.
Beamer.
I heard it at like sporting events. I don't know.
It's caught on there too.
Okay.
It
okay.
has. It
Okay.
has.
So I think that. All right. So I know what that is. All right. Like I said, it has to be real music. It has to be good music, and it has to have real instruments in it. And that's why I appreciate. I'm a fan of the band Cake, the most horrible band name compared to how much success they've ever had. Cake, whatever. They have a trumpet. They also sometimes have a trombone. Anyway, they sometimes play a little more country song. They've done I Will Survive. They're doing covers of many songs, and they're a rock band, but they play a little country sometimes. I mean that's country girls are fun. Anyway, so number 4 is actually a tie, but it's kind of the same song because it sounds exactly like, and they have the same like beat and. Basically, if they played a medley, they could play these songs back to back without it. Wouldn't even have to stop or anything. It's the same time and everything. Anyway, so that's number 1. She'll Come Back to Me. Number 2, Mexico. 2 of the best Cake songs there is. So there you go. And man, there you go.
You brought up Cake a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a week ago.
He did.
Yeah.
I figured we'd be revisiting them.
Yes.
In the future.
If they had a better name for the band, I feel like, look, Rolling Stones,
I don't know.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
People like cake.
Cake and ice cream.
Bakers
would be better.
Bakers/bakeries are kind of a big business. Craig, in fact, looks like Duff Goldman from Ace of Cakes.
I said he looks like Mandy Patinkin. Nobody knows who that is.
I look like a mix of the Ace of Cakes guy and Fred Durst.
That's right.
Yes. you ever seen the show Criminal Minds, he was the genius that he left for greener pastures.
And Inigo Montoya.
And Inigo
Princess
Montoya.
Bride.
You killed my father.
Exactly, that guy.
That guy
That's
was
what Craig
awesome.
looks like now, though, not then, because he has a beard.
I do have a beard. At this current moment, I do have a beard. All right, Kev Berto, you're number 4.
Yes. So I just want to let you guys know that I only have 2 English songs on my top 5. So
Okay.
this next song, after hearing a lot of Selena on the Level 1 rotator, almost every Spanish station, because I really had no choice on changing the station in the car or at home or whatever, right? So, I didn't know what the concept of love was at that age, of course. So the combination, hold on, relax. Let me explain this to you. The combination of the words within this song were life-changing. And this is where my love and my passion for music began. And this song is the good Shakira. This is when she was good at her talent, when she was talented.
Shakira taught me about love, too.
You know
She
what?
taught me that her hips don't lie.
Hey, well, yeah.
Taught me a lot about love.
Well, the song that I'm talking about is called Antología or Anthology, and it's a very good song. It's so I'm going very emotional here. It's the words used within this song.
It's a Spanish love ballad.
Yes, it is actually.
Nice.
I'm all for
it's
that.
acoustic and it's amazing. So
Nice.
I still listen to this song maybe once a week. I'm not lying. So
This is like pre-dance music,
This is pre-PK.
Shakira?
pre what?
Pre-PK.
Pre PK, yes.
Pre-
electronic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pre-American crossover.
Before
Right.
computers ruined it all.
This is when she was. I think she was still 16 years old at that time.
Holy cow.
Yep.
Okay.
So there you
When
go.
they had real metronomes.
Yes.
All right, my number 4. When we started this list, I thought there would be no way that we'd repeat the same answers. There's so many songs out there that I figured we'd have all varied lists. But then I was thinking, I'm like, Lilo and I have a similar upbringing. We probably will mix a couple of songs.
There's a good chance.
And that happened on number 4 for me already.
Jeez.
Yes.
Because House of Pains Jump Around.
Yeah.
I think because
Wait. No, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure because we played this at every single school event.
Oh, absolutely.
Like the whole student body would be jumping in the stands for football games,
yeah.
assemblies,
Oh.
everything. I think it ended up being our school's, like our class of 99 song.
I think you're
I
right.
think it was actually. If it wasn't, then it's the unofficial it should be. Because
Right. We'll declare that right now.
That's how
we
you-
will
on the
revisionist
podcast.
history
Exactly.
declare that House of Pain Jump Around. And I think it was anyway.
Okay, cool.
The official class song.
That's how you know you went to an all-male school.
Exactly. Yeah, the
There you go.
student body, everybody loved it. And the thing about that song is, some songs you don't realize what song it is until maybe 10, 15, 20 seconds into the song. You're like, oh yeah, I know that song.
Right.
From the very first second that House of Pain plays, from that first horn or,
Yep. Everybody knows.
get to the dance floor. We are jumping.
Everyone
for
is
3.5 minutes.
It is a 3.5 minute jump-a-thon no matter where
Yes.
you are. Yeah, I actually remember there was one dance that we had out in the quad, and that song came on, and everyone was jumping, and it felt like minor earthquakes from everyone jumping all at the same time to the song. It was amazing.
I believe it was our sophomore or junior year.
I think it was.
That it was the state championship or semifinal soccer game. Brian Mullen, we won 4A that year. We won 4A soccer.
yeah,
Mark Lisi, Brian Mullen, they were kicking butt. And we collapsed a bleacher at, I think it was Heritage High School, because everybody was jumping around on the bleachers, and it collapsed it. And, we might have gotten a little trouble for that. But
Regis Raiders get rowdy, man.
that's right. We loved that song, and it still reminds me very fondly of high school to this day.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't Crisscross have like some kind of jump song? Or
They did. They had Jump too.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's
I'm
not
sorry.
nearly as anthemic
No.
as...
No.
It's not.
As
It's not
House of
as
Pain.
Yeah, you don't want to get up. It's just okay, jump,
Yeah.
Yeah.
everybody jump.
Crisscross will make you.
So they
okay.
copied him or like what? I don't know. Whatever.
I think people in the 90s really just wanted to jump.
I think they did, yeah.
It's the grunge influence. It has to be. Mosh Pit. It's a
Well, House of
cleaner
Pain
mosh
came
pit.
out in 92.
Dang it.
So that
Yeah.
was probably before that.
So there you go.
I think Nirvana was like 80, late 80s.
No, they
Nirvana
were.
started.
No,
What?
they weren't.
Time out. I'm gonna look it up.
Teen Spirit. Look at Teen Spirit.
Yeah,
when
look
that
up
came
Teen
out.
Spirit.
It was like probably 93, somewhere 94.
Yeah. So while Don fact checks everybody.
Please, Lilo, you're number 4.
Yes. Number 4 for me. This one's actually kind of funny. So we had talked about video games our first episode actually, and I don't remember if we threw out Mortal Kombat or not. Do you remember? Did we put out Mortal Kombat? Was that on anyone's top 5?
No, I don't think we did.
Okay.
If it was arcade games, maybe. Anyway.
Yeah. So Mortal Kombat, the game, came out about 23 years ago, and that game was awesome, albeit really, really gory at the time. And Lord knows I wasn't allowed to actually play it. And then in true money-making fashion capitalism, they were like, hey, you know what? We should make a movie about this video game, and we should just make it really terrible. But we're going to make a really awesome soundtrack to this movie. So my number 4 is the Utah Saints version of Mortal Kombat. Don's looking confused. It's
Like that?
yes,
okay,
that's
yeah.
exactly the song.
Yes. All right, I got it. I got it.
And I mean, you just throw in like a heavy bass beat, and you put in like some.
Like that.
That's,
That's
yep,
Gilberto.
that's the
That was
one.
Gilberto.
That's the one. And then you just throw in like some random snippets. Yeah. Mortal Kombat.
They still play that.
Yeah.
They still play that.
Yeah,
That's
and then you just throw in like random snippets of the movie. Yeah, finish him.
Can I just do a sidetrack since we already did our video games podcast? Do you know what's coming back in the next Street Fighter? No, you don't know?
No.
Zangief.
Oh, Zangief.
Yeah, Zangief.
Oh, Zangief was awesome.
He's coming back. He'll be back.
I went through a Zangief period.
Yes, he did.
I
Had a mohawk. He had hair.
Exactly. That's why.
so great.
Exactly why I brought it up. That's exactly why I brought it up. By the way, it smells like Teen Spirit. 91.
I was wrong. I stand corrected.
So there you go.
91.
Grunge 89. That was their first CD.
I must have been thinking of In Utero, which was 93.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, Indian Road. You see, I know
That was
nothing. I know nothing. I know a little bit.
I know enough to be dangerous. So yes, Utah Saints version of Mortal Kombat.
That's a
Finish
good
him.
song.
It is. I
and the
love it.
movie was underrated.
It was underrated. There were some parts there were some fight sequences that were pretty.
They were
sweet.
cheesy, but it was still
Yeah, and then watching the guy who played
Face
Shang
yourself.
Tsung go right.
Face your enemy.
Your soul is mine.
I think I was 8 years old when Mortal Kombat video game came out, and so I wasn't allowed to play it until I went to my cousin's house that summer or whatever. And they didn't care; they just played it in front of me. I didn't know what was going on. But I did go to opening day of the movie when I was like 11, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
I did go to opening day of Mortal Kombat in Santa Fe, New Mexico, via Linda Mall. Thank you.
That's a good song. Don, you're number 3.
Number 3, I go back to The Well and Cake, the greatest band. Now, Cake is the greatest band. Cake is one of the best bands just because they have low breath. They use all the instruments. They switch up the tempo. It's just amazing. A guy has a good voice. It's very distinctive. That's what you want to hear with the most well-known singers of our time, really. And that would be from their second CD. And that would be Cake, Frank Sinatra, 1996. It was on. I can't think of the stupid name now, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Frank Sinatra, solid song. And by the way, I like the deep cuts of music. I do like Jimmy Buffett, but Cheeseburger in Paradise, garbage song. Thank you. Garbage. It's horrible. I can't
Where
listen
did
to
that
that.
come from?
Right, that's
Because
Because
Frank Sinatra, first of all these songs that I've none of these songs have got singles. None of them. They've not been released singularly.
why is such a deep hate for Cheeseburger in Paradise, man?
I like mine with lettuce and tomato.
It's the worst.
Come on.
It is the worst song.
That song was so great that it
No.
spawned a restaurant.
It's Geely. It's Geely of songs, all right?
That's the G-
Everybody knows it, and nobody likes it, but they pretend to like it. Hey, man. What's Jimmy Buffett's company name? Margaritaville. All right? Margaritaville? Not a good song either. Whatever.
What?
No, he has way better songs. By the way, Jimmy Buffett, he can only write 2 verses, by the way. He will never write a 3-verse song. That never happens. Humberto, how hard is it to write a 3-verse song?
It depends.
It's very hard. Jimmy Buffett, he made it big on 2-verse songs. Might be the luckiest guy in the world. Whatever.
Hey, everybody!
All right.
What?
Everybody,
Go
let's go
listen
back
to-
to number 3.
Number 3, listen to his songs. By the way, Cake Frank Sinatra, fabulous song.
By the way, for the playlist, you got to pick one of those number 4s.
All right.
So,
Yeah, because otherwise your playlist will have 6.
Mexico.
all right, we'll put that on record, Mexico. All right, number
Cool.
3 for you, Berto.
All right, so 1999, I was taking a guitar class in high school, and everybody was in the punk rock stage in guitar class, and there was mostly people of my kind, of course, of my culture.
Why does that matter? Why does that
I
matter?
just want to let you
Doesn't
know.
make any
At that time, that was like it was like brand new, and this is why it's gonna be kind of weird for you guys because so this band made their debut in Orange County in the early '90s.
Chumbawamba.
No. And this was the talk and the pride of my guitar classmates. So I am talking, and this is going to surprise you guys, I'm talking about Rage Against the Machine. Guerrilla Radio was the song everybody was learning
Nice.
in that class. And I mention it because, it brings back memories. We used to not listen to the teacher, and while he would try to teach us This Land Is Your Land or For Elise, and we'd try to,
Right.
play
And
Guerrilla
everyone was
Radio.
trying to learn Rage.
Exactly. So, Guerrilla Radio, Rage Against the Machine, my number 3.
I love
That's
that
a
song.
good choice.
I like
love
the
that.
That's a
message.
great choice.
And it's
I have
not that
no idea what
surprising
that song
because
is.
Zach De La Rocha is
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, very of your culture.
Yeah, he is very of
my
your culture.
Yes, he is.
All right, my number 3, it takes me back to the year of our Lord, 1994. I was a wee little lad in the 8th grade. My brother begrudgingly had to take me to school every day. He was driving. We attended the same school, and he had to carry his little brother around in his souped-up Honda Civic hatchback that was dropped on 110 spoke Dayton's, gold Dayton's,
Yes.
with the little tiny wheels that stuck out on the sides. That was dropped
Yes.
with
What's it called?
purple and gold flake paint.
Ooh.
Wow, he did it up big.
That's a nice rice rocket.
Yeah, he was.
Not with them rims.
Yeah, no, he was. We had to go
I'm sorry.
we had to go like 1.5 mile an hour over a dip.
Yeah.
Because you had to go at an
Really?
angle.
That would have
Yeah,
destroyed the vehicle.
Yeah, man, we were not rocketing anywhere.
Plus, there was no rice
If it's a
involved.
if it's a drag race, then you were good.
No, we weren't. Because if we hit a bump, a spring was coming through the floorboard.
Yeah, that would have been it. That would have been it.
So we are cruising, and my brother's got this souped-out system, bass everywhere. You couldn't hear anything, and we would just play music. I say we, like I had some part in it. He would play music. We'd pull up to school late on purpose, and they had the modular buildings in the parking lot, and just shake the buildings, just shake the buildings with the music. And that year the CD came out, Murder Was the Case from Snoop Dogg, Dre. That was a huge, huge hit for them. A great album. That whole album was awesome.
Yes.
I loved that album. And the best song, the one that I loved the most, was Natural Born Killers from Killers with a Z, from Dr. Dre and Ice Cube. That song would get me pumped up. I would get all hyper, and I'd want to go punch through a wall just because that song made me so hyped up. I would listen to that song before rugby games in high school. I'd bring it back, and that'd be the song, the go-to song. That and some acid trance and acid songs that. Not you would do acid, but that was the style.
Right.
What?
That was the genre,
But yes,
if you will.
that before rugby games, I would get hyped up, and I love that song, Natural Born Killers from Dr. Dre and Ice Cube.
Nice.
If you're going to listen to our playlists on YouTube, don't let your children listen to that song.
Yeah.
Explicit content,
Yeah,
Ben.
there's
Right.
explicit content in that song.
Oh, they should also not listen to DJ JD.
Yes, DJ JD is
It's,
not for children.
some
ears.
NSFK.
It's really funny that I have a family-friendly list. Just saying.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That
Dawn
is-
of all people.
Yeah, There you go.
Exactly.
That's my number
Exactly.
3. Lilo, your number 3.
All right, my number 3. Keeping up with the techno theme, this song, I missed it. This song was released in 1999, and for the longest time, I would hear this song played on the radio, at sporting events, at random places at the mall, and I would never know what it was. And this was, of course, before the age of Googling things, and you couldn't exactly find music at your local library. And so it took me years, literally years, to figure out the name of this song. And when I finally figured out what it was a fantastic day, and I blasted that song forever. This song is Kerncraft 400 by Zombie Nation.
Yeah.
Of course, I also confused those two, and I thought the band was called Kerncraft 400, and the song was called Zombie Nation, but it is not. But yeah, that's the whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, yeah.
They played it at the Rapids Stadium.
Yeah.
They play it all over the place.
They do. And like I said, for the longest time, I had no idea because no one would ever say at a sporting event, now batting, Dante Bichette, and his song is Kerncraft 400 by Zombie. No, that would never happen.
That's why Shazam is one of the best apps.
Yes.
That is
Shazam
ever invented.
Yep. They've
Shazam.
completely fulfilled a niche with that app, and now everyone's kind of built derivatives of it. But yes, Kerncraft 400. Great song. Good beat. Good to get down to. And get hyped for a sporting event.
That's right, yeah.
I guess we're on to number 2. My number 2. These guys, I mean, they've had an amazing career. Now they are actually the band for The Tonight Show in some strange twist of fate, considering their early works. And that's The Roots. And one of my favorite songs that was on rotation that my parents would let me listen to is You Got Me with Erykah Badu and Black Thoughts in there. And yeah, man, they play it. And it's a good song, and it was nudged out by 911 by Wyclef. It was still good, and I also believe that's Erykah Badu. Maybe I just like Erykah Badu. I don't know. Whatever. So and she was also in Liberation, my number 5. So there you go. Roots, You Got Me. My parents let me listen to that. My dad would he would tell me, get this music up, blah blah blah, whatever, off of his radio if it wasn't. I guess he didn't approve. But then I figured out when I looked through his tape collection, his cassette tape collection, that he liked a lot of Steely Dan and the Doors and stuff, and I'm like, I can't listen to that. Doors is okay. Steely Dan, I don't know. That's acquired taste.
Yeah.
So there you go. There you go.
Wow.
Short
Right.
and sweet compared to Roots.
All right. Wow. Okay. So, as you all know, I grew up in a very faith-based, very religious environment in a way. So, my number 2 song, I'm going to say the title first. It's called Speechless by Stephen Curtis Chapman. And I was listening because I had to listen to this music because I couldn't listen to any other kind of music on the car radio. Yes, I'm serious. You can call my mom and tell her about that. Not specifically the song.
I disagree with the way you raised your child in the early 90s.
Pretty much,
Okay.
yeah. No, but anyway, I was listening to this song, and I started breaking down the lyrics, and I started breaking down the music in the background, kind of detailing every little thing. And this is where I got my eureka moment of what I wanted to do, what I wanted to choose as my career path. So listening to this song, Speechless, by Stephen Curtis Chapman, is where I decided, you know what, I'm going to get into music. I want to make music happen. So there you go. That's my number 2.
Nice. That's actually a good springboard for being inspired for music. Because personally, I love music. Music is a fantastic thing, and inspirational music especially.
Yeah.
The talent, like the sheer amount of talent, is incredible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Well, mine is a far cry from that. It is not inspirational. Mine,
Let's bring it back down to reality now.
Mine did have a good dance, though, that you could do to it. And that is the Running Man.
Oh.
And I did a lot of that.
Yes.
Especially at my very first concert that I went to, which was in 4th grade.
Oh, no.
My friend Nick Gieman in 4th grade.
Oh, no.
We had a private box at McNichols Arena where us and I think it was probably 10 of us, our friends, got to go to this concert, and we ran the carpet off of the Running Man. I mean, McNichols Arena back then was a little in shambles.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But this didn't help. Because that song and that concert was Vanilla Ice.
Yes.
Ice, Ice Baby. Which barely comes in the 90s. That came out in 1990. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Wow.
That was my
I'm glad
first
I was-
concert. Vanilla Ice, MC Hammer, and Vogue. And,
That is an amazing concert.
and
That is an amazing concert.
MC
we
Hammer.
were just, we were in heaven. 4th grade.
Nice.
Yes, Don?
So you brought up MC Hammer, and my favorite thing from the last 2 weeks of Destiny is they released. So I'm a Hammer bro, which means like a Titan Sunbreaker.
Oh, I
so
should've
what
said
your
hammer.
superpower is you throw hammers. So they
Like
released.
the dude in Mario?
yeah,
the hammer
exactly.
guy?
He was
exactly.
exactly right.
So they released a emote that every player gets,
Oh,
every
yeah.
class gets. So the one the Titan Hammer bro got was MC Hammer dance. So that's what I do a lot. I do
Yes.
MC Hammer dance.
All right.
That is my connection. MC Hammer dance. Titan
Thank
bro.
you. We almost made it a whole show without Destiny, and we didn't.
You
Yep.
got
This is
one
Noah.
word. You got one word. Boom.
This is
Is
a
it?
95% Destiny free show, folks.
Yes, Vanilla Ice.
I listened to the chocolate show. Okay, that's why I stopped. I wasn't gonna bring it up until you said something about Destiny, and then I brought it up. So there you go.
We all loved that song, I'm sure. It was a great song.
It was a
Vanilla
good
Ice.
song. That song was, I mean, who doesn't know like the first 4 lines of that song?
And for most of us, and me and Lilo, we know the whole thing, I'm sure.
I do
Right.
not know what
Yeah.
song you're talking about.
You don't know Vanilla Ice
Really?
Ice
Really?
Baby?
Really?
Seriously?
Oh, that wait.
Ding,
Is that
ding,
in
ding,
Teenage
ding,
Mutant
ding,
Ninja
ding.
Turtles 2?
No.
No.
That was the Go Ninja Go song.
No.
Man,
That song is good.
Do you know Queen's Under Pressure? It's sped up a little bit.
a little bit.
Oh, wait. I think okay, I might know it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Except by that at the end. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
That's what
There's a
made it
snare at the
different.
end.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
You know,
right.
Don, you should check
guess.
it out on the YouTube page,
right.
youtube.com/rankemup.
Yeah, we're gonna have our own fan page, and you can see our playlists. And I feel like mine's gonna be the least visited, unless you want a nice, lovely time with your significant other. Then you can just put mine in. It's fine.
After this show stops, we have collaborated all those songs. So go and listen
Yes.
to our brand new invention of the Rank 'em Up YouTube page.
Yes. Brand new invention.
I will type my exact situation that you would listen to my playlist. And just go to Rank 'em Up at Rank 'em Up on Twitter, and you will see my exact situation for when you want to use my playlist.
All right,
Thank you.
Lilo, let's get
Okay.
to your number 2 so we can
My-
get to our number 1.
That's right. Feel like Don's itching at something here.
Sorry.
Okay, my number 2 song. All right, so I've got a funny story for this one, and Craig, you might remember this one actually. So we were sitting in our math analysis class, senior year of high school, and one of our classmates by the name of Chris stops math class completely, just halts math class altogether, and he says, "Mr. Malman, we need to watch this video right now." And we're like, "What video is this?" And so he's like, "I got this." So he puts the videotape in the VCR, and all of you younger kids, it's a VCR. It's like a DVD, but it's a big rectangle. It's black. He puts that into the VCR, turns on the TV, and this is the song that came out of it, and the video that accompanied it. It was "One More Time" by Britney Spears. Chris, you were my hero that day.
You watch it on mute.
Mr. Malman really took a risk
He totally did.
by letting him put that video in.
He did. It really could have just been anything. But thankfully it was Britney Spears at her peak of the career, which is actually her first single, and that was the peak of her career. I'm going to go ahead and say that. And again, being in an all boys high school,
Oh yeah.
and then having this you know what, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Having this beautiful teenager on the TV dancing and singing, quote unquote.
yeah.
Um,
Was it her singing?
And it was amazing. We sat there and watched, just completely enthralled for 3 minutes, and then the video stopped, and I I want to say Chris wanted to rewind it, but I think Mr. Malman put a kibosh on it real quick.
Hey, we actually need to learn something today.
Right.
Half the class went to the bathroom at the same time. Sorry.
Come on.
I had to.
Welcome to Rank 'em Up Late Night Edition. So yes, One More Time by Britney Spears.
Baby, one
First of all-
more time.
Their hip hop song is way worse than what I just said. Thank you.
All right, that is a great song. I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Malman, thank you.
Yes,
Man.
yes, Mr. Malman. If
great-
you're listening to this, you are also my hero. That
It's when MTV used to matter. My number one.
Let's get to number ones.
All
Come
right.
on.
The song defined my childhood, and it's by the Counting Crows. I'm just going to tell you that right now, and that is the Counting Crows, "Mr. Jones and Me." Amazing song.
that's a good jam.
I like it, man. Those guys, and it's about being successful. They want to be successful, and that's all I try to be. Try to be successful. Let's work hard and let's be successful. And it also was a catchy tune. So there you go.
Nah, man, she's looking at me.
There you go. So
All right,
Counting Crows, boom. And by the way, I didn't put any Garth Brooks songs in my top 5, although I did listen to a lot of Garth Brooks.
Dude, Garth Brooks is like Donnie and Marie. He is rock and roll and country.
Dude, he's if you have a girl that likes country music, and he is country.
He gets a Lifetime Achievement Award for
And by the way,
90
his
songs.
wife.
Right.
First of all, his wife is so hot. Trisha Yearwood. Man, you ever seen her cooking show? Roberto, she can cook. She can sing. She can sing. All right, she's a MILF. All right, what? Stop me.
Oh my gosh.
Stop me when
All right,
there's
stop.
All right, stop.
Wow.
she's the
Wow.
best. She can sing and
All
cook.
right, stop,
That's all.
collaborate, and listen.
Don needs to stop.
Take a deep breath.
All right,
Take a deep breath.
Berto, you're number one.
All right, so my number one.
Don needs a cold shower.
Yes, he does. My number one. This band had a lot to do with what I'm doing today. So I met these guys, the band, maybe 2 years before they released their first album, and they only released one album in their whole existence.
Huh.
So I met this band, and then maybe 2 years after I was already, I was in high school, but it was when I knew what I wanted to do. So, but this music, it was also religious, but this was punk, ska, Christian, Spanish music.
What?
Exactly.
It checks a lot of boxes.
It does. And this was rebellious music to me. And this was like a slap to the face to all of my, everybody that raised me, very protected.
Hey, parents, you don't know nothing about loving Jesus like I love Jesus.
Well, here's the thing. So the music was, it was rebellious. It was edgy. This music got me pumped up, and it was new to me. But I couldn't get in trouble with it because of the lyrics, of course.
Right.
So, so I'm talking about the band. It's in Spanish, obviously. They're called Garaje, which in English it's a direct translation for garage. And the song is called Normalidad, because this was probably the craziest song on that CD or cassette at that time. It's Normality. And I actually got to work with the band after I graduated from college. And it was like a dream come true. So, Normalidad Garaje.
Awesome.
Yes.
Go check it out. YouTube.com/rankemup.
Did they cover Our God is an Awesome God?
No,
Why not?
I don't know.
That would be a great punk song.
That's Tim Tebow's favorite song,
I'm sure
man.
it's out there somewhere.
I would imagine
I'm
it's
sure
out
it
there
is.
somewhere. No, like I can hear it right now. Like I can hear the guy screaming,
Yeah.
"Our God is an awesome God."
There you go.
4 chords.
Yeah.
Yep. So there you go.
Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to like totally derail.
okay.
But
That's what it's for.
That's
what
this
show
whole
was about.
show.
That's
Right.
what the show was about.
so back in the day,
Yeah.
my senior year in high school, I was actually a youth leader at my church, and so me and a buddy, we tried to like mix all kinds of weird cultural stuff into the music, and our music director was awesome. She didn't really care, so we added a lot of hip hop to some of our praise and worship songs. And I think we actually, and that might be why I hear it now, is I think we actually tried to do like a punk cover, quote unquote, of Our God is an Awesome God.
Okay.
Because Chris was also the guitarist at the time for our little musical choir, and he was also into punk. And
That
so,
distortion pedal.
Right. Right. And that G chord, man. That G chord is something else.
We used to have a show Saturday nights at the radio station I worked at, and it was called Invasion Radio. And this guy got so much Christian music. Like he really was. His name is Jay Michaels, but his real name is Walter, and I always call him Walter. Anyway, because the bands would call him Jay. It doesn't matter. So he would get. I swear, Christian rap is the best. Christian rap is my favorite.
There is some good Christian rap.
There's some pretty good Christian rap.
Look that up on YouTube.
It's even gotten better because of other dudes. So
yeah,
Lecrae is pretty good.
There you
There's
go.
some other guys.
Right.
Christian rap.
Andy
There you
Mineo.
go.
He's
You
good.
didn't think you were going to hear that out of me.
Yeah.
I know that.
All right, my number one. Let's get back to the track here. So we can end this thing.
Right.
My number one was also from our high school years. And it's really... I was introduced to this band, I think, my freshman year. I listened to the album that came out a few years before high school started. I hadn't heard of them. My friend Jared in high school, our friend Jared, he introduced me to this band. I think it was him that introduced me. Anyway, we both really loved this band and listened to the heck out of this first album. And so when we heard that the second album was coming out our sophomore year, it was the year 1996, we were excited. I mean, we had to go get it. We had to get it the very first day it came out. So excited for this thing to come out. The album came out. Listened to track one. You know, when if you love an album and the next album comes out, you're always a little skeptical.
Right.
You're like, I don't know. Is it going to sound the same? The first song, I was like, I don't know. Second song comes on. I'm like, yep.
This is it.
This is it. This is even better. Even better. This is it. You win. You win, Rage Against the Machine.
Dang.
Nice.
For that song is Bulls on Parade.
Oh, that song is priceless. It really is.
I love that song so much. It's probably not even top 5 90 songs. It's probably in my top 5 all-time songs.
Yeah, right.
Because that song, I love that song so much. It reminds me so much of high school, and I listen to that song probably cumulatively more than any song in any song ever, probably.
Awesome.
Just because of my high school years, I wore out discs of it.
Nice.
Love
You
that
lasered
song.
in tracks on the
Totally.
disc.
Yeah.
I miss standing in line on Tuesdays at the record store to buy something.
That was one of them. Rage Against the Machine off the album Evil Empire. I can still see the album cover with that creepy-looking weird kid with his hair combed over and that super man outfit looking thing.
Yes.
On the
yellow that's right.
on the yellow cover.
Kid was like totally evil.
Yeah, it was
looking.
weird looking.
Yeah.
Evil
That's
Empire.
that's a great song to just
that whole album.
scream.
That whole album is very good. So
Agreed.
I even became accustomed to that first song, and it was good too.
That first song was okay, I guess.
Anyway, that's my number one.
Nice.
Bulls on Parade, Rage Against the Machine.
All right. So my last entry into the foray here is on this list because this was actually the first, I think it was called a maxi single cassette that I purchased. So it had like 4 songs, but it wasn't like a complete album either. And it was kind of revolutionary to me because the 90s in high school I was in a weird musical transition phase where I would listen to rap and hip hop, but then also a lot of alternative, and then even some easy listening stuff because of my parents. So when I first heard of this band, I was really kind of confused. Like I saw that their front guy looked like he probably could have done hip hop or something, but then the rest of the band, and the fact that it was a band, first of all, I'm like, well, this completely doesn't make any sense. So I had to listen to him. And I listened to him, and I fell in love with the sound. Like, he had this really distinctive voice, and they had, like, really cool sound. It was very easygoing, very kind of, I don't know, pedestrian. But it was easy. It was good to listen to. The song is Hold My Hand by Hootie and the Blowfish.
Darius Rucker, man.
Darius Rucker. He's been a pioneer in alternative music. Even though his alternative music career wasn't very good.
Yeah.
He's also been a pioneer in now country music, which I found very, very incredible for him. And he makes some good music, and he's got this really great like baritone voice, and yeah, I could listen to that guy forever.
It was really funny back when they were popular, hearing old people try and say the band name of that.
Oh yeah,
Hooter.
Hooter and the Blow Pops.
Yeah. It was awesome. I love that.
I love Derek. He's funny too, man. He goes on various sports morning shows all the time, and he delivers, man. He has talent.
Yes,
for sure.
Nice.
Well, I was not a big fan of the Hootie, but it was a good song. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we had some minor divergences, but downloading your entire library from Napster was priceless.
I haven't heard that.
Has
in
the
a long
statute
time.
has
we
the
could do that.
statute of limitations worn out yet?
man.
Right. Oh, I mean, I legally purchased all of those. Can we cut now?
God bless
Point was,
Napster.
you did not share them. You
No,
did just download it. You did not share.
Live
Fresh-
wire.
freshman year in college with
Yeah.
the T1.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
and
man,
tried
that
to-
was-
oh man,
There was
good.
no stopping.
Nope.
There was no stopping that.
All right. Well, that has been Rank 'em Up for this week. This has been fun. I love this. This was in my wheelhouse. Thank you to @Beamer916 on Twitter for suggesting this show. I really enjoyed it. Lilo did, I'm sure.
Yep, totally.
Don, maybe.
Yeah.
All cake. Compared to
I did.
Can I just tell you a short story? No, this is really short. So, it was right when I started dating my wife, my current wife. Gilberto, it's not that funny.
Okay. No.
And she's like, when you used to date somebody, hey man, can I buy your CDs? I want to burn some. And she took my CDs and she gave them all back to me. She didn't burn anything. I'm like, there you go. That's my life. Thank you. Rachel loves music, and I'm sure that she would be right here with you guys. And yeah,
She really tried.
Well, that's great.
there you go. I'm glad you stay with me. I'm
How can,
actually really lucky. So
How
there you
can
go.
people show you up with their list, Don?
Well, any top 5, really. I mean, I'm surprised there was no New Kids on the Block, quite frankly. But go to Twitter @RankEmUp, and you can go to Facebook.com/RankEmUp. And, of course, this will be the launch of our YouTube channel, I believe.
This is.
And, you can go find all our 5 lists. They will be linked on the show. And there you go, @RankEmUp on YouTube channel.
All right. Thank you for hanging tough with us. For Lilo, for Don, for Kev Berto, I am Craig, and this is Rank 'em Up.